going to hunt you down. He's going to find out what's going on. And that's good. That's good for everybody. That's how you should be looking at this. Like, wow, we have a brilliant mind that is examining these really corrupt and goofy systems and bringing in a bunch of psychopath wizards.
Just when it seemed the media storm had reached its peak, Joe Rogan stormed onto the scene, dismantling Whoopi Goldberg's claims with his signature bluntness and intolerance for hypocrisy. The spark for this clash? Goldberg once again found herself embroiled in controversy on The View. This time, however, her usual remarks took a darker turn as she accused Elon Musk of using his vast wealth to manipulate government policy. The accusations, grave in nature, were made without any supporting evidence, yet they reverberated across the media with an unsettling confidence. Enter Joe Rogan, known for his no-holds-barred approach. With sharp wit and a commitment to truth, he was ready to confront the unsubstantiated claims head-on, offering a much-needed counterpoint to the growing narrative.
I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president.
Yeah.
I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk? Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs.
What happened next, however, was a reckoning of epic proportions. Elon Musk, never one to let slander go unchecked, swiftly responded with a powerful legal counterattack, a lawsuit accusing Goldberg's claims of being nothing short of defamation. Then came the pivotal moment. When Whoopi Goldberg took the stand, her earlier confidence vanished. Gone was the bravado with which she had made her accusations. Instead, she seemed undone by the weight of her own words, her demeanor faltering as tears flowed and apologies poured out in a display of remorse. A dramatic spectacle, no doubt, but one that did little to sway Joe Rogan. Rogan, ever the skeptic, was unmoved. On a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, he sharply criticized Goldberg's emotional outburst, calling it far too little, far too late. In the court of public opinion, this could well be seen as the beginning of the end for Goldberg's media dominance. Before we dive deeper into this unfolding saga, make sure to subscribe to stay updated on every major twist in this story. Done? Excellent. Let's continue.
You're not really making the world a better place.
Right.
You're just allowing these financial institutions to enact control over corporations. And it's a really shifty, weird way they're doing it by making it seem like they're trying to make the world a better, more equal.
Joe Rogan's message was clear and unambiguous. If you're going to make bold, inflammatory claims on one of the most watched daytime platforms in the country, you'd better back them up with undeniable proof. Yet Whoopi Goldberg failed to do so. Instead, her accusations were launched into the public sphere without any supporting evidence, recklessly unsubstantiated, and ultimately indefensible. Rogan, a steadfast defender of intellectual honesty, found no comfort in her tearful courtroom apology. "This isn't about free speech," he stated firmly. "It's about accountability." His critique didn't stop with Goldberg. He also took aim at The View itself, accusing the show of abandoning meaningful discourse in favor of unfounded speculation disguised as debate. In a particularly harsh remark, Rogan called the show a propaganda machine wrapped in gossip, delivering a scathing rebuke of its role in the media landscape. But Rogan wasn't done. He pointed to a troubling pattern. Goldberg's tendency to deflect accountability for her controversial remarks by hiding behind humor or feigned misunderstanding whenever her words came under fire. Every time she gets caught, it's the same excuse, Rogan observed. And his conclusion was blunt. "Nah, we understood you just fine." The situation was further exacerbated by the predictable response from the media, an almost automatic attempt to protect Goldberg from the consequences of her actions. Rather than holding her accountable, the press rushed to her defense, revealing a concerning trend within modern journalism.
When you're a certain age, you use words that you know from when you were a kid or you remember saying, and that's what I did today, and I shouldn't have. I should have thought about it a little longer.
What sort of federal money going to media companies is what
helps explain why the legacy media all says the same thing at the
Even after Elon Musk's lawsuit, backed by undeniable evidence illustrating the tangible harm caused to his businesses by Whoopi Goldberg's allegations, some media outlets remained unwavering in their support of her. Instead of critically examining the truth behind her claims, they skillfully shifted the focus, portraying Goldberg not as the source of baseless accusations, but as a victim of an exaggerated overreaction. This transparent manipulation did not go unnoticed by Joe Rogan, who was quick to call out the hypocrisy. He raised a pointed question that struck at the core of the issue. What if the roles were reversed? If a conservative public figure had made a similarly unfounded attack against a prominent liberal, would the media have rallied to their defense? Absolutely not. They would have been relentlessly criticized, scrutinized, and cast into the court of public opinion without mercy. But in Goldberg's case, the response was strikingly different. Why? Because her accusations aligned with the broader anti-billionaire, anti-Musk narrative that some media factions eagerly champion. As a result, rather than holding her accountable, these outlets offered her a pass, reinforcing Rogan's argument that accountability is applied inconsistently depending on who is involved.
Could stop Hitler by any means necessary, wouldn't you stop Hitler? And so they equate Donald Trump with Hitler and go, here you go, this is our modern Hitler. Do you see what Whoopi Goldberg said?
What'd she say?
Whoopi Goldberg said that Biden could arrest all the Republicans and put them in jail. You just need to see how unhinged this kind of thinking is.
All those rights. He is immune from everything.
Yeah.
You know what Joe Biden could do since he is presently president?
What?
Whoa. He could throw every Republican in jail.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back in his criticism of the hypocrisy displayed by certain figures, particularly highlighting Whoopi Goldberg's past actions. He referenced moments where she had previously praised Donald Trump and made light of controversial topics. Rogan pointed out how, when the political landscape shifted, Goldberg conveniently altered her stance to suit her own interests. To drive his point home, Rogan played relevant clips, named specific individuals involved, and urged his audience to reflect on whether the issue was truly about truth or simply about personal agendas.
Talk to you about. I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of way to get it down. The episode of you when you're on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please, let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy. We love it.
They're talking about you as such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this. Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
Since the lawsuit became public, Whoopi Goldberg has attempted to backpedal, seeking refuge in regret. In court, she broke down in tears, claiming, "I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I didn't expect this to go so far." But as Rogan pointed out, the damage has already been done. Rogan's critique hits at the heart of the issue. Many celebrities, like Goldberg, seem to believe their fame exempts them from accountability, that they can make reckless, unfounded statements without facing the consequences. But this time, it's different. Elon Musk's legal team has assembled a powerful case, backed by financial records, witness testimony, and expert analysis, all aimed at showing that Goldberg's accusations were not only false, but also malicious in intent. If Musk prevails, in court, Goldberg could be forced to issue a televised apology, pay millions in damages, and potentially even lose her position on The View. Even if she escapes the lawsuit unscathed, her credibility may never recover. As Rogan aptly put it, this isn't cancel culture. This is consequences culture. He challenged the broader media landscape, questioning the unchecked power of celebrities and media figures, and calling out the lack of journalistic integrity that allows such claims to go unchallenged. If you're going to use your platform to shape public opinion, you should be held to the same standards as journalists, Rogan said. You don't get a pass just because you're on TV. He even took aim at ABC News, questioning how a show with such influence could allow baseless claims to go unchecked. Ultimately, this story goes beyond the individuals involved. Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, and Whoopi Goldberg. It's about accountability, the importance of truth, and the dangerous blurring of entertainment and factual discourse. Now, the court is watching, the public is watching, and the world is watching. So what do you think? Was Joe Rogan right to challenge Whoopi Goldberg? Is Elon Musk's lawsuit a much-needed wake-up call for the media? And should Goldberg face real consequences for her reckless statements? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because the next chapter in this ongoing media storm is just beginning. This, my friends, is far from over.